Never use Chase savings accounts. Now, before you attack me and say, Brennan, what the heck are you talking about? Why would you never want to use Chase savings accounts? Now, there are certain situations in which you would want to use them, in which you wouldn't want to use them. So that's what we're going to be going over in this video. What are those kind of scenarios? What are your best options long term for a savings account, and where you can make the most profits? Of course, where are you going to make the most money? Now, with Chase, I actually use them on a daily basis with their checking account. Nothing wrong against Chase alone, but with the regular Chase savings accounts, they are taxing, in which they only give you a 0.01% interest rate. That is absolutely terrible. The reason why Chase does this is because they already have you as a customer, and the way that they get new customers for the savings accounts, even if you already are a customer there, is to give you a sign-up bonus, in which this is the only time you really want to use a Chase savings account is when you open up to get the sign-up bonus. Once you get the sign-up bonus, you pretty much just churn it. This is called bank account churning, or more or less. You just take that money back out after you get the sign-up bonus and move it somewhere else. So where are you actually going to move it to get a better return than 0.01%, the abysmal rate that they give you? Well, there are a variety of options, and I'm not biased or getting paid for any of these other options, but there's places like Ally Bank, Wealthfront, Marcus by Goldman Sachs. Those are just a couple different options, and they all offer at least 2%, at least if you can get 2% right now. Obviously, the Fed's actually just chopped it, so Wealthfront even lowered theirs. I think it was 2.32%, now it's like 2.07%. The making of this video, this number is always fluctuating, but that is still infinitely better than just a 0.01% interest rate. Now, you may be wondering, well, okay, but 2%, that's still not exactly great. Really, this money is just there so you have it, better than just having it in a checking account, right? It's much better to at least have that money liquid. You can still have access to it. Obviously, you still are within that 6-time withdrawal rate per month, so that's just a government regulation that's on it, so you can only withdraw up to 6 times. But other than that, I mean, you can keep that money there, keep depositing all your money in the savings account, and then just make your regular withdrawals from a checking account. But you don't want to just hoard a bunch of money in a checking account, because you're just losing that money to inflation, right? At least with a savings account, you can keep pace with inflation or beat it by maybe 0.02% or something. It's a very small amount. Maybe by a small percentage you might be able to beat inflation with this. This money is not really invested or meant to make you a ton of profit. It's just there as a holding account so that you're at least not losing that money to inflation, because if you just keep it in a checking account, you're burning all that money to inflation every single year. And trust me, I did this, made this huge mistake, and it's definitely something you do want to fix early in your 20s, before you get into your 30s, 40s, or 50s, and you're just having a bunch of money just sitting in a checking account doing absolutely nothing, whereas it could just be sitting in a savings account doing nothing because it's not invested. So there's no risk with this at all. It's just sitting there. So you might as well get the extra percentage. Now, you may be wondering, well, why are they giving away this quote-unquote free money, right? Basically, this is to get you in the door, right? Why is it that these other companies are offering these services in the first place? Because, you know, there's no free lunch in this world. Why is someone doing this? Why is a business offering this for free, right? Or offering that extra percentage for their savings accounts? It's predominantly to get you in the door, okay? So say, for example, with Wealthfront or Ally Bank, right? They get you in the door with that juicy savings account interest, right? That 2%, oh, beautiful. And then, you know, you're able to move your money there, and then they're like, hey, you know, maybe you invest that money, use it with their brokerage or loans, other types of financial offerings that they have with their bank. That's how they're gonna make the money, is the interest off of those type of products and services at their financial institution. That's how they're going to make their money. Really, these savings accounts are just to get you in the door with them. It's not necessarily, it could even be a loss leader for them, more or less, just to get more people in door, or they just break even with it. So that's why they're offering it in the first place, to be competitive against big giant banks like Wells Fargo, Chase, that offer such low savings accounts. And the reason why they can keep offering those savings accounts is because they're on every corner. People already bank with them, but it's just good to know that, you know, you don't necessarily have to just use them for the savings accounts, right? Get their sign-up bonuses and then churn it over somewhere else where you're going to get a better return long term. Obviously, this money isn't quote-unquote invested. If you wanted to invest, obviously there's a variety of other options. This is really just money that you want to not have invested, just safe, sitting there. Maybe you want to put it as a down payment on a real estate property. That's what I've been saving up money for in an account. And so that is kind of the goal there with that extra account. If you're planning on holding it for just a couple of years for saving up for a purchase or something like that, of course that is really the best place for these savings accounts, is because you're getting that, you're not just sitting in a checking account, but you're not also risking anything. So that's at least a nice benefit, is you're not really running any kind of risk by putting your money in the market or potentially losing any money on the short term. So really for the short term times, this is the best time to use other alternatives to just a traditional checking account. Dump it in that savings account and you're gonna get that extra percentage. So is Chase a scam with this? Honestly, no. It's really just to offer something to their customers that they already have and to keep them happy, because at least with them, you can use their ATM services with the savings accounts. But someone as such as myself, the last time I went to a bank, I honestly can't even remember. So with all of the online banking and mobile banking, there really isn't even that benefit to use their branches that are so all over the place. So you might as well just use an online bank or some sort of other service to put your money with, because if you don't need that offering with the savings account, you're just losing out on some of the value that you're it's costing you by not having it somewhere else. So that's kind of something to think about as well. And once again, I am not a financial advisor by any stretch of the imagination. This is just for entertainment purposes only, okay? Entertainment purposes only. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to smash that dang like button. Make sure to do it so we can get that like ratio going up. Subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.